Hey everybody, this is Scotty with Sketchy's Garage. Today we're working on a 67 Chevy C10. We replaced the hood and the two doors with some aftermarket pieces. We're going to take a look at them, and then we're going to take a look at what's something you can do to your ride that makes it stand out more than others. I'll show you right now. Let's get into it. Alright, as you guys can see, we went ahead and put a 2-inch cowl. It's an aftermarket hood. The fenders are also our aftermarket, and then it's got aftermarket doors on it. A lot of times people think when you buy something aftermarket, it's new, it's going to take care of your problems. 9 times out of 10, it just means that you just changed your set of problems. So what I mean by that, let's take a look at this door. This door is a perfect example. Okay, say you got a door and you have an issue or two. Let's say you got a little bit of rot down here in this corner, right? But the rest of the door, it seems like it's in pretty good shape, pretty solid. You're like, well, I'll just buy a new door and it'll take care of all my problems. What's going to end up happening most likely is you're going to have a lot of fitment issues. First is the body gaps on them, or body lines. Very seldom do they turn out right. Most of the time the doors are, I've seen them as much as a 1/4 inch shorter than a factory door. This door's got a spot in it. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's a pretty straight line, and then all of a sudden it gets like a big bulge in it, so it gets tight right there. So that's something that's going to have to be addressed. This door was brand new in the package, and you guys see that right there? That's rust that's already coming up and through. So just because you got a brand new piece doesn't mean that it's going to take care of all your problems. I'm not trying to down the aftermarket, but I just want everybody to know that it's not going to take care of your problems 100%. If it was me and I had a good door, or a door that probably just had the corner ate up, I would just change that bottom corner and go about my business. It'd be a little bit easier. But say if the door's just gone and you got to go with aftermarket, just be ready to have a couple heartaches here and there to take care of it. Next thing I want to talk about is how sometimes you'll just look at a vehicle and it'll look so good and you don't really know why. You guys see that? So say we leave it like that, it kind of makes the truck look like it's fat, or that's what I call it. The truck will look fat. So to correct that, I like to come in here and I just take a slapping spoon or a prying spoon, and I just work that real slow. And all I'm trying to do is to get a little bit of that curled end out of it. You don't want to go crazy. Just kind of work your way down the door. And slowly work it. Come back in and check it. As you can see, we're still sunk in quite a bit, so we'll work on that some more. But it's the little details like that. You get these where they're somewhat pretty flush, and it'll just change the whole look of the vehicle. You'll be able to sight down the side of it, and it'll just look like a bowling alley. As you can see, you see how much it closed it up. It's still not perfect, but it closed it up a ton. You guys ever notice like the real high-end shops that are on TV, they'll take and put the car fully together and then they'll skim the car out Most of the time that's to get, or these are just like dead flat when they block across them. That way it's just a straight plane you're looking across, and it just makes them look killer. Keep on prying a little bit more. Like I say, you don't want to get too aggressive, but you just want to slowly work it out. And most of the time you can get it to come out without pinging this panel up. You guys see the difference? That's just one of the many little things you can do to make your car look better. This hood, this thing gave us fits. When we first got it, this body line right here was sitting on top of the fender, and then the whole center, it was pushed down probably a 1/4 inch below the cowl panel. Over here, kind of had the same problem. This was way in, so we had to get it worked out. And then I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's got a bulge right here, and over here in the same spot, it's got a bulge. Looks like they put some spray foam in between the brace and the hood. I don't know if it over expanded, but it put a pretty good pimple in the hood. We got the hood fitting pretty good. We're down to these spots right here on the fender, so we'll address them and get this thing to where it fits and looks pretty good. Another area we had to address on the hood was this area right here. It was touching this real hard, so we had to take a hammer and dolly all that up to get it to where it had clearance right there on both sides. As you can see, like I say, I'm not trying to down the aftermarket too much, but you watch these TV shows and they make it seem like you can just bolt them right on and go. If you go out and spend your hard-earned money on that and go into it with that expectation, and that's not the reality, it kind of bums you out. So I'm just trying to be the middleman, let you guys know the truth on some of these products. We'll probably catch up on this. We'll probably do another video later this week, show a little bit more progress, maybe a couple more tips and tricks. I'll catch up with you guys later.